It's the Matt Murphy Show, Super Talk 99.7 WTN. It's 7 minutes after the hour of 5 o'clock. And here's what we're going to do, friends and neighbors, boys and girls, children of all ages. I want to let you know a few things. We appreciate you weekend warriors. We appreciate those of you out there in the listening audience that work over the course of the weekend, that make our weekend special. We want to give this gift to you right here. All right, we'll work on it, Jackson. Because, see, I talk over this point. So, no. You keep it up. You keep it underneath me. Keep it underneath me. Just build it.
You didn't talk long enough.
I normally talk into this.
Murphy.
I was like, EMTs, firefighters, personnel, the weekend warriors, the convenience store workers, the restaurateurs, the folks that make our weekend something special. All of us that enjoy Saturday and Sunday, we want to say thank you. By the way, it's Friday. That's it. There you go. Yeah, just let this wash over you. Yeah, pump that up, Jackson. That's right. I forget how awful this song is. So, as bad as this song is, understand that your weekend is going to be wonderful. It's going to be full of fun and frivolity and hopefully family time and football. A lot of F's, a lot of F words happening this weekend. Fun and frivolity and family and football, and maybe even a few others.
And a few more if Joey Aguilar doesn't throw for 300 yards.
What, do you got him for 300?
No.
I mean, you're not betting it,
are you? Don't shout me out on that.
I haven't gotten into the gambling that's allowed here. Now, do you do any of that gambling there, Weaver?
No, sir.
I don't either.
It is so much fun.
You
Put like $5 on a game you don't care about, and you are immediately emotionally invested.
No, I get that, and I'm a little bit worried about it because I feel like every game that I tune in to watch, I'm going to start throwing $5 down on it, and before you know it, I'm a degenerate. Well, wait a minute. I'm already a degenerate.
That's what'll happen to me.
Mm-hmm. I don't need any of that in my life. I do need some foosball over the weekend, and we'll watch some over the Labor Day weekend. And I hope you got big plans over the Labor Day. And be safe out there. There's a lot of knuckleheads on the roads. There's a lot of knuckleheads in the world. We're going to talk about some of those knuckleheads. We call them nincompoops on this show at 5:35. I got a good one unless somebody steals it.
I got a good one.
Who won yesterday?
I think it was me.
I thought it was me.
I don't think you won.
I thought I did.
I don't think you won. Yours wasn't that good.
What do you mean it wasn't that good?
I don't remember it. So
you don't remember what it was, do you?
No.
It was tip top. It was about it was the dude that, it was the guy that interrupted himself with his girlfriend to watch pornography. He, in the middle, decided to turn on, and she got mad, and so she, hit him, and he hit her.
I'm telling you, I think I won yesterday.
Goodness.
Because I got home yesterday, and I went to my buddy's house, and he asked me who won nincompoops, and I think I said me.
Did you now?
Yes.
Was this before or after pizza and football?
This was before. This was right when I pulled up.
Can I?
Because he got out of his car right as we were starting nincompoops.
Jackson, we announced earlier today that Jackson is now the permanent and full-time producer of the Matt Murphy Show these afternoons on Super Talk 99.7 WTN. And Ken Weaver and I are, frankly, quite excited about it.
Yes, sir.
We like you, Jackson. Jackson, you know the rule that everything's fair game for the show unless you tell me not for the show. And if you tell me not for the show, I never violate that. But you told me you played volleyball last night.
I did. We played beach volleyball.
And you went home, you maybe had a pop or two, you enjoyed yourself, and then you went to play beach volleyball?
Yes.
Was that a mistake or that a good idea or what?
We lost 25-4.
Did you get blamed?
No. Because I have never played. So, it's a couple of our other friends. They're in, a league, and these people showed up with uniforms and, a team chant.
Oh, no.
And we're all in, shorts, and we're just catching up, oh, hey, haven't seen you in a while. Hasn't been, da-da-da-da-da. And they're doing, a team breakdown huddle chant. We knew it was over.
They were strategizing on the other side.
Oh, yeah, and, they're doing, a defense chant. It was over.
We used to, I was the theater company fielded an intramural softball team when I was in college.
How'd that go?
We would show up. I mean, my buddy Wayne and I played in bare feet. we would go to the we did this intentionally because we thought it was hilarious because the other teams, they were like, frat teams and all these other people, they were taking it so seriously. I'd go to the plate in bare feet with a cigarette hanging out of my mouth. Let's go, boys. Make it happen. We get our ass whipped. We didn't care. We were having a good time. All right, so several of you have held on for this Pusser story, and God bless you for doing so, and I appreciate you very much, but you knew what you were getting into on Friday. So here's the deal. Buford Pusser, the legend, Buford Pusser, who died too soon, was the sheriff of McNairy County, Tennessee, and got into multiple altercations with the ne'er-do-wells down there in McNairy County. He was known as Buford the Bull on occasion. He walked tall and carried a big stick, and eventually died. His Corvette exploded in a single vehicle accident. There are many people that believe that his Corvette was set up in some way, like brake lines cut or something along those lines. But that was only after the murder of his wife, Pauline Pusser. And now new information coming out of the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation has indicated that Buford himself might be implicated in the death of his wife, Pauline Pusser. In other words, the accusation seems to be that he engaged in domestic violence and that somehow it escalated to the point where he shot her. She either shot him and then he shot her, or he shot her and in an attempt to cover it up, he shot himself. That seems less likely because he was in the hospital for like 3 weeks. I mean, his jaw was shattered. He had to have multiple reconstruction surgeries. You've seen some of the photos, Jackson. I mean,
wasn't a pretty man after the old bullet to the face.
And not a real pretty man beforehand, but much less pretty after the fact. By the way, I got a text after you guessed who Buford Pusser was.
Yes.
In the first hour of the show. And look, I'm not casting aspersions, but Scott Sapicki is saying that we need to look into the educational opportunities afforded our public educated children in the state of Tennessee because you thought Buford Pusser was a part of the Federal Reserve.
Was also not publicly educated. Or after the age of 10.
I was about to say at UT. I mean,
that makes sense.
A public institution. Yeah. All right. Mark says, good move, Matt. Jackson, as you know, is a home run.
Yes, sir.
Let's not fill his head. Let's try to tamp all of this down a little. We don't need him to send him off into the weekend with the big head.
Well, they like me more than you.
Well, that's not hard.
Next week, I'm going to push for my name to go next to yours on the show. Maybe before.
Oh, you trying to push Ken out now, are you?
Well, Brother Weaver can join me. It can be the Jackson Williams Ken Weaver show featuring a special appearance by Matt Murphy.
Introducing. This is a day in, Ken. Day in.
I'm telling you, man.
Day in. We're in trouble.
We better hope those Vols don't beat our teams.
Oh, it'll be a bad day for both of you.
Field day on it.
I think I'm going to each of those games.
Is Oklahoma at Knoxville?
It is, and
yes.
I have a ticket confirmed for that game. I will be in Neyland that day.
I think I'm going to be there too.
Hey, I just got a follow back from Paul Feinbaum.
Really?
The real Paul Feinbaum?
Well, yeah, I knew Paul back in Birmingham.
Well,
really?
No, I worked with Paul, knew Paul, loved Paul. Paul and I fell out a little bit over an interview that we were having. I think Paul felt like I kind of submarined him a little bit. But then we repaired that, and then I came to Nashville. And for some reason, I got unfollowed by Paul, but apparently Paul has followed me back.
We should have him on the show.
I'd love to have Paul on the show. Maybe he's in Nashville. Who knows?
We could only have him on for 90 seconds, though.
Why is that?
It would be the Sports Minute.
Oh, that's right. We'd play
that
a
would
song.
Be really funny.
Play the song. Yeah, Paul, you got 90 seconds. Go. All right. Speaking of 90 minutes, Stuart, my goodness. Stuart, I'm just going to get out of the way and let you talk about Buford Pusser because I appreciate your tenacity and your patience waiting through Friday. Thank you.
Am I on?
Stuart, it's your time.
Yeah.
It is your time, brother.
Can you hear me?
I can, man.
All right. To start off with, my dad was very good friends with Buford's uncle. And his name that we knew him as was Buster Pusser.
Okay.
Right after all that went down and they were ambushed. Buford never did kill his wife. My dad worked with Buster in the oil fields for years. My dad was an engineer/foreman for Chevron Oil Company for 47 years. And when all that happened, I was a little kid back then. I'm 63 years old now. Dad told us the story because Buster went over to my dad and he told him what happened. And it just shook my dad to no end.
Well, the story that I understand, and you tell me if it's correct or not, is that Buford, or you called him Buster, but Buford.
Well, no, Buster was Buford's uncle.
Oh, I see. I apologize.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
Now, I never knew his uncle's real name, but we always called him Buster.
I got you.
But my dad knew him for years and years, and working in the oil field. My dad, like I said, was working for Chevron, and Buster was a subcontractor. I think he owned a welding company or whatever. I'm not quite sure about that. But Buster told my dad the whole story about Buford and about him being a sheriff over the years, about how he's so proud of him and everything, and he carried a hickory stick. Let me get that straight with you guys.
Okay.
He had a hickory stick that he would go and smash up everything with it, and yes, that is true. And smashed a couple heads with it. But they were ambushed on a 2-lane road. Buford did not kill his wife. What no one is saying is about how the back windshield of the car was completely shot out, about how she got shot in the back of the head. Buford's jaw got shot off with a bullet going through it, and all the way through, and when it exited out, it grazed her nose. That fractured her nose. Now, where TBI is coming up with this BS, I don't know. But I know the whole story. My dad told me the story verbatim.
As told, and you're saying Buford told him the story, and he told you.
No, Buster, his uncle, told my dad the story.
Well, now we're getting a little further away from it. So Buford told Buster, and Buster told your dad, and your dad told you.
No. Well, Buford, Buster, he was there about 2 days after all that happened.
Buster, the uncle.
The uncle.
Okay.
Buster was the uncle. And he went to the hospital where Buford was at, and they had this conversation. And apparently Buster, his uncle, related that to my dad.
Well, let me ask you this, though, Stuart. I mean, and I agree with you. But I'm going to play devil's advocate with you for a moment because I agree with you. I don't think Buford Pusser killed his wife.
No, he didn't.
But your dad got this from your uncle who got it from Buford, right?
Yeah.
Okay. If Buford did kill his wife, he's not going to tell you that.
Well, no, look, trust me. Buford did not kill his wife.
Okay.
Because the way the story was told to me, I've been waiting here for 2 hours now.
I know. That's why I'm letting you. You've waited a long time, Stuart. I appreciate that, man. I do.
But I want to get the truth out there from way it was told to me through my dad. God rest his soul.
Did your dad know Buford too, or just your uncle?
No, just his uncle.
Okay.
He just knew Buster, but.
Okay.
Buster Dad would come home, tell me about all the stuff. This was way before the movies even came out, about how so proud he was of his nephew cleaning up McNairy County and all that. And Dad was like, damn, I'd hate to cross his path. They used to joke about it. And then all of a sudden this happened, and my dad was so distraught about it. And Buford loved his wife to death. he would never, ever harm her one bit. Just because of the stories that I heard through my dad, through my years of growing up about the family and everything else. None of that went down like this so-called, what is it, TBI? Oh, my God, give me a break. They've got it all wrong. I'm just telling you that right now. They've got it all wrong.
Well,
I've actually have an axe hanging up, and I'm looking at it right now in my shop, that Buster Pusser, Buford's uncle, gave my dad. His dad said, man, that's a mighty fine axe. And Buster says, yeah, I make these things. He says, can I have that? And he gave it to him.
Huh.
I got it hanging on my wall. That's what always reminds me about the Pussers. There's that axe, and I'm looking at it right now.
Huh.
And, you know, I mean, that's how far back we go with them.
You've got Buford Pusser's uncle's axe.
Yes.
Huh.
And it's hanging on the wall right now.
That's pretty cool.
I'm looking at it. And he made it for my dad. And, like, I mean, he was a welder. He was an iron worker. I mean, that's what the man did. They were such good friends.
Well, Stuart, I appreciate you defending your man. I appreciate you waiting to do so. I got a short commercial break to take, but thank you for listening to the show, and thank you for calling in and relating that story about your uncle and the relationship your uncle had with Buford.
Well, it's not my uncle.
I'm sorry, your
Buford's uncle.
Buford's uncle that your father had a relationship with. I'm sorry.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And my dad was Norm Etheridge, and he was a big-time dude with Chevron Oil Company, and everybody knew him as Mr. Norm.
Mr. Norm.
And he was the greatest ever. And I miss him to death. I miss all these guys.
Well,
But yeah, I mean, Buster would not tell a lie. Neither would my dad. And if Buford,
yeah, I think the question is.
I'm just relating the story.
No, I get it. I get it. I think we got it. Stuart, I'm sorry. I do have to go though. I appreciate your story though.
All right.
I
appreciate y'all.
Yeah, man, absolutely. Thank you for listening, and thank you for relating that story to us. I don't think his daddy would lie to him, and I don't think Buford's uncle would lie. The question is whether Buford's lying.
Yeah, really. Like what you're looking at there is
it coming from the source incorrectly or whatever? 25 after the hour on Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
99.7 WTN.
Yeah, this was always the danger. I want to hear about that. That's coming down today. The possibility. I mean, look, he's using a piece of legislation that was passed that doesn't even mean or doesn't say tariffs. It was always possible that this would occur. Obviously, it's going to go up to the Supreme Court level, and you know what? You could handle this from a congressional standpoint if you grant him some of the authority, the wiggle room to do some of these negotiations. More on that in a moment. I've decided, men, and I'm going to get to Robert in a moment. Robert, you're going to have to be right after the newscast, and we'll get to you real quick, and then we'll get to Nincompoop. So you hang in there. Robert's held for a long time, too, to talk about Buford Pusser. Look, I understand that there are people around that lived through this, y'all. And I did not, obviously. I was born in 1973. That was the year before Buford Pusser died. So I have no idea what went down. But the next time somebody tells me, this is what I'm going to do. The next time somebody looks at me and says Buford Pusser killed his wife, I'm going to say no, he did not. Because Stuart talked to Stuart's daddy, who talked to Buford's uncle, who talked to Buford, and Buford said he didn't do it. So he didn't do it.
There you go.
So there you go.
And it wasn't a 2x4 or a bat. It was a hickory stick that he swung around.
Hickory stick.
That's pretty hard.
Big old piece of hickory.
Hickory, isn't that the hardest wood out there?
That would hurt you. I mean, that's hard. If there's harder, I don't know of it.
Yeah.
I mean, hickory would hurt. But heck, pine's a softwood. Pine would hurt too. Any of that. I mean, get on it. Swing a little hard. It's time for the news on Super Talk 99.7 WTN. Listening, she needs to send me the link to the tickets to the debate. I have forgotten it. It is an AFP-affiliated link, and I have absolutely forgotten it because I was going to tell everybody about the debate coming up on September 5th. Is that next week?
Yeah, do I get to go?
Don't know yet. Working on it.
I have the necessary
I mean, you're full. You're all in. You're
and I have the necessary coverage we would need.
Oh, do you now?
I do.
Okay. Well, I mean,
spoke to some friends.
Well, I'm 100% going to need someone out there with me. So, because I'm doing my entire show there, starting at 3:00, and then I've got Dan/Chris/Cameron. I mean, Dan agreed to help me out with the last hour. I don't know if he's going to do it or not. He might not, quote unquote, remember that he agreed to do that.
Would he come in studio or would he meet us out there?
I thought he would meet us out there is what I thought, is that he would do the last hour for me out there. And then I could prepare for the debate. And then at 7:00, we crank up the debate and we go live from 7 until 9:00. We are broadcasting the debate live from the Cabaret. This is the 7th Congressional District debate. And Michael Lotfy is going to be in to give us the final tally, but we believe at least 4 candidates, maybe 5 candidates. You either had to finish in the top 3 in the polls and or demonstrate at least $250,000 in your campaign coffers. And the reason for that, it's not all about money, but the idea being that if you're behind, it's going to take some money for you to get name ID and awareness before the election. And we can't have 12 people on the stage. If you have 12, no offense to those also rans. If you got 12 people on the stage, then nobody really gets to fully answer. I mean, we get like 2 questions in and the debate's done.
I think me and Dan Mandis will be interesting because we have spent the least amount of time together.
I think you and Dan, I think, I know Dan. Ken Weaver knows Dan better than both of us. I think you and Dan would jive famously. Famously.
It'd be just a getting to know each other hour.
Oh, yeah, you could play a little Julie Andrews, getting to know you, getting to know all about you. Oh, okay, very well.
Moving on.
Hey, have y'all seen what they put a brick in the studio, by the way, speaking of Mandis and Joan Jones. You know, Joan Jones and Dan Mandis broke the TV.
Dan Mandis broke the TV in a fit of rage and blamed Joan Jones.
That's exactly right, Jackson. You are 100% correct. Dan Mandis is a monster off the mic, and we know it. We all know it, and we're afraid of him. But Mandis clearly broke the television, blamed Joan, and Joan took the blame. Well, now we have a new TV in, and they've mounted the TV in a slightly different place to prevent this, but they've also put in a blocker on the floor, and it's a brick. It's like literally a brick. Well, I can show it to you. Hold on. It's a brick. Look there.
That's a big old brick.
That's a big
that
old brick.
That looks like you know what that brick
it's
would do?
Like a paver.
That brick would mess up a woodpecker.
I was getting ready to say, I could have used that back in 1978.
That woodpecker's unrecognizable if Ken Weaver gets a hold of that thing.
Yeah, that's just a big greasy spot on the road.
You betcha.
But look what can y'all read what somebody wrote on it?
Joan Jones TV Protection Unit.
It's the Joan Jones TV Protection Unit right there on the thing. So, all right. So there's that. Sorry. Okay, we promised we'd get to Robert, and then we got to get to Nincompoops. By the way, this is the last broadcast for Matt Murphy as a 51-year-old.
I thought it was yesterday.
Well,
that was the last third. He's one of those people who likes to turn his birthday into a week.
Those people.
Oh yeah, those people.
I'm just laying it down. My birthday's Monday. We're not going to be here.
That's my birthday.
That's my birthday.
Ken, when's your birthday?
January 2nd.
We'll have a birthday week-long celebration for Ken Weaver and Jackson Williams on the broadcast. That will be awesome. That'll be cool.
Brother Dan Mandis' birthday is like December 31st.
So we got Williams the 30th, Mandis the 31st, and Weaver the 2nd?
Yes, Weaver was baby New Year.
I was, actually.
Oh, you would make a cute baby dude with a little beard and a little belly.
Yeah, although my beard was brown at the time.
Oh, that's so cute. Robert, God bless you. You got a couple minutes here because you've waited for a couple of hours, and I'm just going to get out of the way and let you talk, friend.
All right. Can you hear me okay?
You sound perfect. Thank you.
Okay, I've got 4 things to go over here. The first one is I hope you have a happy age awareness day. Everyone should always have a happy age awareness day.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, there comes a point when you start to get older in our age group that it goes from birthday to age awareness. You go from people celebrating your birthday to reminding you of it.
Love it. Love it.
Okay. The second thing is, have I got the record yet for the longest person on hold yet? Have I achieved that record yet?
Robert, you are officially, during my time on Super Talk 99.7 WTN, you have held longer than anyone else that I've had on radio. Congratulations. You're the big winner. But you're not.
I got a Matt Murphy radio show record.
You
Woo-hoo!
do. You do.
Okay. The last thing is I've got a question for you, and I'm hoping Uganda have an answer for me.
I see what you did there.
Yep. And, that reminds me, before I ask that question, just so you know, no matter how highbrow my humor might be, I will never consider you a lowbrow host.
Oh, you're a good man. Thank you, Robert. I'm picking up what you're laying down.
I may even have to get you a Subway sandwich, salami sandwich for you one day.
Just don't throw it at me.
I won't. I don't know. You're not from Somalia, are you?
No, I'm good for now.
But now my question is that dipstick they took back to Maryland, can the security company or personnel for the security company, can they actually be arrested for protecting an illegal from ICE?
No, I mean, the easy way to answer that is that they won't be. But no, I mean, they got a judge's order to not deport him until the 13th or something of October anyway. All of the, I mean, I think the government, Immigration and Customs Enforcement, and prosecution officials are exercising an abundance of patience because all of this is going to the same place. And that is, the man's going to be deported. And so, sadly, they're wasting a tremendous amount of time and energy and money trying to protect him and keep him here to no good end. But I don't think anybody's going to get arrested or anything like that for,
Well, I wasn't expecting them. I was just curious whether or not the personnel could be arrested for doing something like that.
Yeah.
And then the very last thing is I have to share something that freaked me out so much.
Yes, sir.
It freaked me out more than a Democrat every time Trump opens his mouth.
Uh-huh.
It freaked me out more than Freddie O'Hara getting a phone call from the border czar, and it freaked me out more than an illegal immigrant when a waiter asked them if they want ice. And what it was that freaked me out worse than those things was your shirt yesterday.
Robert, I should have left. I should have just left you on hold. Thank you, buddy.
I agreed with a lot of what Robert just said.
I bet you did. I agree that you should hit the button and we should get the Dickaboobs of the news. Otherwise, we're going to be in trouble. Uh-huh. That's right. Oh, I feel like I'm the nincompoop. I'm the nincompoop in the news. Ken Weaver, Matt Murphy, and Jackson Williams. We present 3 separate stories, and you get an opportunity to vote on them. All 3 stories will bring you a nincompoop of sorts. Jackson claims he gets to go first, and if you steal my nincompoop story as you're delivering yours, I'm coming in while you're doing it, and I'm going to beat you viciously about the head and shoulders. Go ahead, Jackson.
Oh, will it be with a hickory stick?
We'll find out together, won't we?
Just grab Ken Weaver's brick and get on in here. Nearly naked suspect leads Colorado law enforcement on slippery chase at Hot Springs.
We're good.
What started as a routine follow-up on a credit card fraud case turned into a bizarre mountain chase in Idaho Springs this last Tuesday. The Idaho Springs Police Department said its officers cuffed 33-year-old Alec Bogus of Aurora, Colorado, who officers initially found at one of the mud baths at the Indian Hot Springs. Bogus, who had an outstanding felony warrant for assault out of Douglas County, initially walked with officers, but the body camera shows as soon as he made it out into the open, the mud-covered, nearly naked man fled from officers, scrambling up the side of a mountain east of the Hot Springs barefoot. Idaho Springs Police Chief Nathan Busick said, "If you never know what you're going to get on a call, but this was especially unusual. I haven't seen anything like that where somebody is basically covered in mud, wearing a swimming suit, and running up the side of a mountain." And he actually did a pretty good job of avoiding us for quite a while.
Sounds like a good time.
Law enforcement quickly saturated the area They put a drone in the air for an aerial view to assist in the search. The drone ultimately located Bogus near Montaigne Drive. He attempted to hide in a shed, but was taken into custody.
Maybe that's when they found out the guy's shed was too big with the drone. You know what I'm saying? The previous caller. Maybe maybe these stories are associated with one another.
I'm thinking, what if they tried to tackle him? Because he's slippery.
Yeah.
You think he was breaking tackles like Herschel Walker in 1980?
I don't know about that.
It's an officer with a stiff arm, and
I'm envisioning. For some reason, Arnold Schwarzenegger in Predator, when he lathers himself up with the mud so that the alien can't see him.
So the mud is white, so he looks very odd.
Well, he looks like a guy covered in mud. Well, when mud dries, it gets lighter.
Yeah, no, this is like pure white.
Like that chalky type of?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that.
Probably minerals from the spring.
Kaolin, I think it's called, something like that.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Well, I don't know. I'm not your mud expert. There are certain things that I don't know a lot about. Mud's one of them. Ken Weaver.
Yes, sir.
You're a nincompoop, sir.
Game, set, snatch. A vile grown man sparked outrage after he was caught on camera swiping Polish tennis star Kamil Majczak's hat from an eager young fan at the U.S. Open and shoving it into his wife's bag.
What?
The scene unfolded yesterday afternoon as Majczak greeted fans and signed autographs courtside following his epic 5-set victory over number 9 seed Karen Khachanov. "What are you doing?" the outraged boy screamed at the shameless cap caper. The hat hog ignored the devastated child and then thrust a water bottle into the tennis star's face for another autograph. Who is this guy? Majczak continued signing autographs, oblivious to the shocking incident, until he finally realized what had happened. He reached out to try to find the kid, to give him another hat. "Hey, guys, could you help me find the kid from my match? If it's you or your parents see this, send me a DM." Well, fans and social media have since taken aim at the miscreant who turned a heartwarming memory into an ugly spectacle, calling him a jerk, a terrible man, and an ass.
Whoa. The cap culprit has been caught?
The cat culprit has not been caught. I don't think they've identified him yet, but from what I understand, that little boy did get a hat.
Well, that's good for that, and we need to be on the lookout for the lid lifter.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I saw that video, and I don't understand autograph seekers to begin with. Adult autographs. I understand if kids want autographs.
Sure.
Adult autograph seekers. I don't for the life of me understand how you could live with yourself doing something like that.
And it's on camera.
It's on camera. Or when you see these older people catching baseballs in the stadium and snatching them away from children.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on. All right, real quick, because I know we're late. My computer just left. Your takeout order from one of those. Have y'all heard about these Sex Espresso coffee stands? Sex Espresso. It's like espresso, but it's Sex Espresso. These are coffee stands where you're served coffee by women wearing almost nothing.
I wondered when we were going to have something like that. I mean, it worked for chicken.
Did it, Ken? They filed for bankruptcy last month.
Yeah, but they went a long time.
A 19-year-old Washington State man is facing kidnapping charges for allegedly trying to pull a female employee out of the drive-thru window of the Ladybug Bikini Espresso stand and into his vehicle.
Wow.
Investigators allege that Ezekiel Guerrero drove to the 24-hour coffee shop earlier this month and placed an order at 2:15 in the morning. The female worker on duty, located in Lakewood, served him his order. While preparing Guerrero's drink, the victim said she exchanged small talk with the customer, who was wearing a blue hat, Los Angeles Dodgers jersey, designer jeans. The woman said she handed Guerrero a clipboard with a receipt that needed his signature. When Guerrero subsequently partially extended the clipboard back into the barista, she reached out to accept it. That's when Guerrero allegedly grabbed the victim by the arm and attempted to pull her through the drive-thru window toward his car. The woman told cops she braced her legs against the counter, which kept her from being pulled out through the drive-thru window. The victim was able to shut the window while the patron, quote, fled the area. When police interviewed the barista, She was frantic, appeared genuinely frightened, also wearing a bikini. The incident was recorded by security cameras. Footage cops reported showed Guerrero violently seized the barista by the arm and that the woman eventually breaks his grasp. Guerrero paid for his drink with a MasterCard with his name on it.
Oh, what a moron.
That's a nincompoop.
That's an nincompoop, Ken. And eventually was tracked down by police and arrested this past Monday. There are many things that are very, very interesting about this story, not the least of which is that we now have business. I mean, God bless America. God bless America that we have espresso shops where women in bikinis serve fellas caffeine-laden beverages. This is the country. This is the 21st century I was looking for. There you go. There's Weaver, there's Williams, and Murphy. You can vote early, vote often. 55 after the hour. One more hour to go. Super Talk 99.7 WTN.